There are so many different ways in which we create a sense of separation between us and the seeming outside world. But one that is very common and that we a lot of times just take for granted is the separation we make between being inside of our bodies as opposed to the outside world that is distinct from us. That's a separation that really breaks down quite quickly if we actually look at it. It's really just something that is based on belief, but if we just take an honest look at our actual experience, we can recognize that there is no boundary between what we are seemingly on the inside and the outside world. Let's take a look at the experience of hearing, for example. No matter where you are right now, you are hearing something. Something maybe outside, something inside of your room, and of course, you're hearing my voice. But no matter what it is, the sounds seem to be happening outside of yourself. Now, if we take a look at our thoughts, they of course seem to be happening inside of ourselves. And that seems to be quite obvious to us because other people can hear sounds just like we do when they happen in the world. But of course, other people can't hear my thoughts right now. And on a relative level, this distinction, of course, makes sense, and I'm not trying to argue against that. But what can happen is that we actually start to overlook our experience, and we believe that the separation between inside and outside is something real in our experience. But let's look at that right now. So it's better if you just close your eyes for a bit, just do it with me, and let's see where our experience is actually taking place. So I have my eyes closed and just take a moment to hear. Whatever it is, maybe a loud sound, a subtle sound, but something is certainly being heard right now. And of course, you're also hearing my voice seemingly being outside of yourself. And now think about something. You may, for example, think the thought, where is this thought happening right now? You can repeat it a couple of times. Now, both the sounds you are hearing and the thoughts are obviously not lost. You are aware of them, but where are they happening? Where is this place where sounds and thoughts are happening? In your actual experience, it's quite hard to say. It's actually pretty much impossible to say where they are happening. It just seems that they are happening here. Now, as I said, we believe that sounds are happening on the outside and thoughts are happening on the inside. But try to find the boundary now that separates the place where thoughts are happening from the place where sounds are happening. Where in your actual experience does inside end and outside begin? You will notice that there's no boundary whatsoever. There isn't some kind of line where inside suddenly becomes outside. Both your seemingly internal thoughts and the sounds of the outside world are just happening here in a place you really can't define. Now you may open your eyes again. Now that we have our eyes open again, we can become aware of another seeming boundary which is not actually real in our experience. And this boundary is that we usually think that we are this observer here on the inside and we are aware of a world that's on the outside. But is that our actual experience? Is there an observer here on this side right now, as opposed to the outside world? Just check in your experience. Can you find something here on the inside where you are? And if you can't, why do you believe that there is? Isn't there just seeing being experienced right now? And where is it being experienced? Again, can't really say. But certainly, I can see that there is nothing that differentiates an inside observer from the outside world. Where is this boundary? And in this way, we can recognize that what we experience is so different from what we believe to be true. Again, I'm not saying that we have to get rid of all our concepts of inside and outside. They can be quite practical and functional. The only issue arises is when we believe those distinctions to be true on a fundamental level. And it's always possible to just come to the actual experience of your reality. And if we do that, there's a profound kind of healing to be found there. Because we realize we were never separate from everything in the first place. We see that there's just this essential wholeness to reality. So recognize that. Live from this recognition and enjoy it. It's really all there is to it.